Wherever you go around these days, it seems that everybody is talking about AI and how it's going to be one of the biggest ways and most lucrative ways to make money that has ever come out, that will even beat the dot-com era of when the internet was established. Now, one of the things that you also need to understand is that if you are looking to get into an industry, the best way to be in that industry is to be in a country that supports it. And today I'm going to read an article from to you that came out December 31st of 2025, talking about how Serbia itself is in the less than 20% of countries that are at the forefront of the AI revolution. Now, you've probably noticed this channel has been getting more and more into corporate services, business structures, so on and so forth. And that does not mean that we still do not work with families and individuals looking to move to Serbia. We absolutely love working with those individuals, be it citizenship by descent, be it family reunification, be it people coming here, purchasing properties, setting up a business, whatever it may be, in order to obtain a temporary residency and establish their business here. However, that is a pretty standard process that we do, and something that we're seeing more and more of is foreign businesses looking to come into Serbia and setting up in either IT, energy, or AI, because AI is one of the biggest things that is globally talked about, which for ourselves in business, we use AI, not in all aspects of the business. Of course, there is a high human touch factor that comes into what we do with you as our clients, or whatever it might be, because when someone moves to Serbia, the last thing you want to do is be like, here, talk to a robot and don't bother me. But that's not how we approach things. We like to have the human touch. Come speak to us face to face. Let's go and do things together. Let's go see what hurdles you're needing to take care of before we can part ways and let you go on your merry way of living life in Serbia. But with corporate clients, there's a lot more things that have to be done in order for them to be established here. They have to establish the business first here. They have to get a business plan if they want some sort of bank accounts or some sort of funding. They need to find commercial space. They need to hire employees. They need to get that digital infrastructure in place. They need to get in contact with certain people in networking groups who can help them get R&D tax credit, where they can network and build their business and scale their business at a faster rate. And that is one of the reasons we talk about this here on this channel when it comes to the corporate side of what we do. But this article, and last week I got off a call with an individual that is from Texas. He is one of the top 30 AI developers in the world, looking to move to Serbia and establish his business here. And I'm not going to get into details about what they do and when it comes to AI, but they've been in it for 12 years. They're looking at where to set up their hub, and they've seen that Serbia is going to be one of the best locations for it. Now, that brings us to this article that I'll leave in the description of this video if you want to read it a little bit more. Serbia ranks among the top 20% of the world's most prepared economies for artificial intelligence. According to the 2025 Government AI Readiness Index, published by Oxford Insights, Serbia ranked 39 out of 195 economies worldwide. This represents a significant improvement compared to last year's report, where Serbia was 57th in place. And I've mentioned this before, is that Serbia is on the way up, where a lot of the Western cultures these days, they are on their way down. That's why we're seeing a lot of people from the West, high net worth individuals, families, looking to move to a country that is trending up. And that is a lot of people that are leaving the West. I myself left Canada a number of years ago because I myself, after spending, almost 4 decades in that country, noticed that it was on the decline. And after being here in Serbia for many years, I'm glad that I've moved. It was one of the best decisions I made for myself when it comes to business sense, and for my family as well. We are absolutely thriving here in Serbia and enjoying life a lot more than we ever did in the West, or should I say Canada for that matter. That is why a lot of people are looking to move to Serbia, especially when it comes to those individuals in the AI space. The cost of living is a lot less here. The access to work power is a lot more abundant here than in a lot of other countries. And the wages are lower. Not that I'm saying that you want to, exploit your employees here. You can pay them a little bit above what the average salary is going here, and you're going to get good output. I know myself, when I hire individuals for our business here at Relocation Serbia, we start them at a base rate just to give them a trial run, and then boost it within 2 to 3 months well above, should I say, the market average. Because when you find good employees, you want to hold on to them, because you don't want them searching for a different business. Or a different job, should I say. Moving on to this article, with the results, Serbia ranks among the top 20% of the most AI-ready economies globally, well above the world's average and ahead of many European member states, confirming its position as one of the countries best prepared for adoption of artificial intelligence. Now, this is also good news, especially with us having Expo 2027 happening next year in 2027 in Belgrade. There's already, I believe, 109 countries signed up to attend the World Expo, which is going to also bring in more foreign investments, more companies coming in here. And if you can come in here in 2026 and establish and get your foot in the door and capitalize on lower rents, more availability when it comes to commercial space, workforce, so on and so forth, I would highly advise on that. The group of the top 20% most AI-ready economies in the world includes the most developed, technologically advanced countries such as United Kingdom, Germany, France, Singapore, as well as China, Japan, and South Korea. And of course, United Emirates. With this ranking, Serbia positions itself in the same global league as the leading world powers. And that is great, especially for a country that is not part of the EU. Now, one of the things that I also want to note is I went to the Sea Energy Conference last year, and they were talking about how Serbia is going to have one of the largest AI data centers in all of Europe coming up in the near future. And this one's going to be set up in Kragujevac, which is the 4th largest city in Serbia. It used to be the capital of Serbia before Belgrade. One of the reasons, we don't talk about Kragujevac much is because it's a very industrial place. There's a lot of manufacturing there. There's a lot of car manufacturers, arms manufacturers, things of that nature. And it's not really local, geographically located in a good area where, you have access to Belgrade quickly, or some of the other countries that people want to access, such as Romania, Hungary, things of that nature. Now, if you're looking to be close to, say, Bosnia for some reason, it's a good location, but the data center that they're going to be setting up is in Kragujevac. It's going to be a tier 4. The Serbian government data center complex in Kragujevac is positioned as a top reliability facility, tier 4, built as a national database backbone for state systems and commercial uses. Now, one of the things that you also have to look into as well is Serbia stacking supercomputers to power AI. It's not just storage and hosting. So the government announced signing and procuring a second supercomputer boost installed to compute power. Serbia's national platform for AI page says the third supercomputer based on NVIDIA super chips is in final negotiations and planned for implementation in 2026, positioning Serbia as a regional leader for AI-focused supercomputing. Now, one of the things that is great is you can have an AI platform, but you also have to have a platform that's or a database that stores all that data for it. So there's no sense in having a platform if you cannot store information where your AI will be pulling the information from. And being that we're going to have a lot of data centers here, and one large one, it's going to help you as an individual looking to establish your business here. So the National AI Factory is a formal contracted project for 50 million euros. Eviden, which is part of the Atos Group, publicly announced 50 million euros in contracts with Serbia's Office for IT and e-government to build Serbia's national AI factory, described as the first in the Balkan region, integrated supercomputing resources plus software layers plus AI use case development for public sector, academia, and businesses. Data center dynamics adds a useful breakdown, 36 million euros for the computing, and the rest for AI projects across sectors like healthcare, energy, transport, and government. And then Serbia's government also framed it as part of a broader France-Serbia interstate agreement and explicitly tied to it to AI tools across all sectors, which I think is a fantastic thing for Serbia here. It's going to bring in a lot of foreign investments, going to bring a lot of startups here, a lot of good business, and give a huge boost to the economy. It's also going to give the country a new perspective when it comes to entrepreneurship as well. I find that, the younger generation is slowly turning around the page to entrepreneurship. They're not just simply going to look for a job, but if we can bring in fresh minds here, fresh perspectives, it's really going to help drive the boost of Serbia here with IT, AI, energy, so on and so forth, which I think is a great position for anyone looking to enter a market early, because we talked to an individual who was saying, oh, I was looking to go to Dubai, I was looking to go to Portugal, and I got priced out because I held my breath. And now, if you hold your breath again, you may not be able to get that second chance. And if you come to Serbia before everyone else catches on to what's happening in Serbia, I think it's going to be good for you, your business, your family, and whatever you're planning to do in the future with your life and business.